This is our breakfast for the community. It's a free breakfast we do once a month. And we serve pancakes, eggs, sausage, cereal. We also hand out clothing and whatever things we get from the community. Usually we serve about 200 meals. We do this service because there's a great need in the community. We felt this was a great mission.
This morning I am cooking pancakes and I'm helping crack scrambled eggs. I come out and volunteer because I think it's great to help people in need.
The clothing ministry offers free clothing to members of the community. I think there is a great need for clothing based on the bags of clothing that people take away. The clothing ministry started with like 2 racks, men and women, and now we have an entire room of racks.
It's not just about handing out food, it's not just about giving something away, but it's actually getting to meet our neighbors. And as we grow together in relationships, we learn from each other, we grow together in Christ as part of our purpose statement. And so this is just a great opportunity to come together as a community, to share a meal and to talk and to get to know each other.
The idea behind Rise Up Together was to identify ministries like what's happening at Union and use that as a catalyst to help other congregations ask, how might we listen intently to what God's calling us to and align that to the needs of our neighbors? And then to decide what kind of ministry might emerge as a result of those relationships. For example, leaders from St. Mark's came to a community meal at Union and realized that this was the kind of ministry that perhaps would fit in their neighborhood as well. The community meal at St. Mark's emerged out of the ministry here at Union Lutheran.
Today is our second time of doing our community breakfast in our area. And so what we're offering is a free breakfast for everyone and anyone that is coming by to come and enjoy fellowship and eat some food with us.
We attended a Rise Up event in New York, and it was just so touching for me. The community was just, it was more of a feeding for me than for the people that I fed. And I always leave there and I feel like I'm so touched by the love that is there within the community. The reason why I wanted to bring the community breakfast here was I really want our church and our community to come together as one and to bring that love here. When you're serving, you're looking for something. How can I support the community? How can I bring the community to the church and be as one and spread that love? And once you start serving, you just want to do it more, and I just get so filled with love when I leave on this high, and it's just awesome.
This type of event opens our church and welcomes the community in, because the church is for the community, to serve the community. And so we want them to feel welcome to come here at any time.
I think it's very important because it's helping people, and we don't care who they are or what they have or anything else, and we're here to serve them. And I think it's very, very important that we do that, especially in the neighborhood.
Fighting hunger is important because it's very real in this area. 1 in 5 children in the United States, including here, are facing poverty. There are so many underneath the surface that do struggle with hunger, and I think that that's the scary thing, is that you never know who it might be, but they are around. And so just providing this community meal might be helping them in a way that you don't even know. We often forget that God told us to help our neighbor and love each other, and this is the place to do it. It's really easy to get involved here. It's really easy to have a good time and talk with other people, and that's what God told us we need to do. Help each other, love each other, and lift up our neighbor.
The ways that we typically have responded to need in our neighborhoods is to see what we perceive the need to be and respond to that. What congregations are learning to do is to listen to their neighbors, to be in dialogue, to go out into our neighborhoods and talk with our neighbors, to pray with them, to be in relationship with them. And then from those relationships, we can begin to identify how we can help one another. In your congregation, it might be meeting the needs of people who are transitioning from homelessness into independent living. Maybe it's community gardening. In some places, it may be accompanying single mothers, or perhaps working with people who have come out of the criminal justice system and are transitioning back into independent living. But ask the question, God, what are you up to in our neighborhood? And how might we align the gifts of our congregation with the needs of our neighbors, entering into relationship with them in a way that reflects the gospel and reflects our relationship with Christ?